This is Joyce
and Blake,
and welcome to
Savagely Scaled. In this episode, we actually get to sit down with a couple that comes to Kingman CrossFit. We've been asked a lot about couples and working out, how they started. Did they start individually? Did they come together? All kinds of questions. So, of course, we roped in some of our friends to see if they're free and come sit down with us. So we're going to have Rachelle and Alex Yates with us. So we're excited.
I'm excited to hear about how them joining CrossFit and how that has evolved and how that's led in like the family dynamics, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah. So you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All righty.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being on. We're so excited to have you.
We're excited to be here.
Aw. Well, to get started, would you guys both mind saying your names and then how long you have both been doing CrossFit?
Yeah, so I'm Richelle, and I've been doing CrossFit for about 4 years now.
Wow.
I think I started in 2021. So
Cool. We've all kind of started around the same time. I love that.
I'm Alex, and I've been doing it since November of last year, so just right out of a year, basically.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. I started lifting then.
yeah,
So we're on the same, but not similar. Just
Yeah,
like they're
but
on the
different.
same.
started,
Yeah.
you started right after Barbell Mayhem last year. We did your
Wow. So not even a year?
CrossFit 101, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what brought you to CrossFit?
I had a couple of friends who were doing CrossFit and were really into it. Girls from work and that I'm close to. And I was, I had KIP in 2020, which was kind of during that weird like
That's
COVID
crazy.
time and everything was shut down and
That's
crazy.
right.
And
Yeah.
then, going into like spring of 2021, he was not quite a year old. And I was just like, I just felt just like I needed something. Like I just didn't feel like I was doing the things I needed to do. And I had a couple of friends who were like, you need to just come to CrossFit. Like you are getting frumpy and old and you need to come to the gym with us.
Rude.
And I like have pretty much never worked out in my life. And I'm like, that's really intimidating. And I don't think I'm
Yeah.
going to do that.
It's scary.
And it took several months of them trying to convince me to like, just come try it out. Just come try it out. And my friend Christine, she got me in contact with Chris, and he scheduled a like walkthrough of the gym with me. And I came in, and Coach Dave was here, and he was actually my chemistry teacher in high school.
No way.
Oh,
And
yeah, because
he
in a
goes-
class we talked about you being
Yeah.
chemistry.
That's crazy.
And I walked in the door and he said, I thought that was going to be you because I've never met any other Richelles.
That's awesome.
But my last name is different now.
Yeah.
So when Chris gave him
The
the
name.
name, he was like, I was wondering if it was going to be you. And
How
he
cool.
convinced me to sign up, and here I am.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
How cool.
What about you?
Alex?
Yeah, I just watched her going, and it was kind of hard. Like her schedule with CrossFit kind of interfered with my days off because I worked a lot of shift work. So there's a lot of frustration there initially, and then I just saw that she was enjoying it and kind of watched her evolve and clearly start to love something. I don't think she had really ever had anything that she had been incredibly into or that really got her that motivated. And so watching that was kind of interesting and it was a little bit of a transition, but finally I think I was overweight too. And then seeing her doing something that she loved just kind of got me finally at that point where I wanted to jump into it.
Yeah.
And, I absolutely love it. And I love that she's kind of let me in and we enjoy coming with the family. So it's been a lot of fun.
It's good because it's hard when like one partner is doing something and then the other partner has days off. Like my husband comes every other week. And he's always like, you're at the gym. And I'm like, but I'm doing something that I care about. And it's hard because you start your relationship as always together and always doing things together. And then when one does something outside of it, it's like, but I also want to spend time with you doing that. It's like, yeah, but I want to spend time doing this. I want you to spend time. It's hard. And I think as you get older, you also go back into your individuality of who you were and who you liked about being solo, and with a partner.
Yeah. And I think just who you want to be and how you want to grow.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I first started CrossFit, I just signed up for your basic 3-day-a-week membership. I did the CrossFit 101. Mm-hmm. I signed up for 3 days a week. And, I think for a little while, I tried really hard to come 2 or 3 days a week. And then you kind of go through these up and down waves, and I drop off for a little bit, and then I come back and be kind of consistent, and then I drop off for a little bit. And it took, over a year for me to finally be like, you know what, this is like, I need to do this.
Yeah.
And it was, I had gotten our daughter Ella into doing personal training with Chris to help her get stronger for gymnastics. Mm-hmm. And I, as a mom, am always putting everybody else first, always the kids first, always their activities first. And so I made sure that we were here for all of her training sessions. I made sure that she's on time for gymnastics lessons every day of the week. Mm-hmm. But then I let myself drop off. And finally, Chris is like, you do a really good job of making sure that your kid is consistent, but you are not consistent, and you need to change that.
Yeah.
If you want to ever get better at this, or feel like you are not struggling through every workout. And I was like, okay. And so I was like, I don't know, one day I was just made a decision. It's like, I'm going to show up 3 days a week, no matter what.
Yeah.
And, but the times that I could come are in the middle of the day. And that's what he's saying, where it's with his work schedule and his days off, it just wasn't always meshing. But I was like, no, I have to do this. I made a promise to myself that I was going to show up 3 days a week. And then eventually that turns into 5 days a week when I'm doing extra programming, because now I have goals. And I've never had goals before, not fitness wise anyways.
Yeah. Or adult goals.
Yeah.
We have goals for careers that we start to instill in ourselves when we're younger and want to build, and family wise. But I feel like when we become that adult or in our 30s and 40s and create a goal, it's solely what we want.
Right.
Compared to other outside influences.
Yeah. And I think finally, for the first time since I became a mom, I was prioritizing myself a little bit. And obviously I love my kids more than anything, and they're still the most important thing to me. But I think I realized I am a better mom and a better wife when I have something that I can put that part of me into. And I think at first that was hard for Alex to get used to and see. And, I was changing, I was changing physically and mentally. And that was, there was some strife there for a little bit, where he's kind of you just want to be at the gym all the time, and you don't want to hang out with me anymore. Right. But then eventually I just got him to hang out at the gym with me.
You're like, trust me, it's great. You'll get hooked. Join the cult. It's fantastic.
It took a while. It took a couple years, I think, to convince you.
Yeah, I'm still working on my husband, though.
Yeah.
I told him this is your last year. So he's like, no, it's not. And I was like, yeah, it is.
I was going to say, I think it was, though, when he finally was like, I'm going to join. I was kind of almost like, wait a second. This is my space.
This is my thing.
These are my friends.
Yeah. It's funny how it feels that way too,
thing
though.
that I do. And it was it was a transition for me as well to let him into that world a little
Girl, I
bit.
felt that way before
as much as I'm so glad that he did. And in so many ways I was like, oh, he's going to do this, and that's exciting, and I'm happy for that. It was also well, this is where I come to get my me time.
Yeah.
Now it's not me time anymore.
It's we time.
Right. Right. And it's not that you weren't receptive to it. You were just this is different. This is new, you know, and it was, But that's crazy how you kind of built your relationship with the sport first before kind of opening that up to everybody else, because I think you need that.
Alex, now I want to go back to consistency, because I know Alex's consistency has grown. You started coming every once in a while, I don't know, was it like once a week, twice a week?
Probably a couple times a week.
Yeah. And then it was like you guys were working out together. Because I'd be like, are you guys going to do class? I see you guys working out together.
Yeah, I think when you first joined, he would not come here without me. He was like, I'm not going to that place without you. I'm only doing this to spend time with you. Like,
so many people do that, though.
He didn't really, like, I think you weren't really necessarily doing it, like, for yourself as much as you were trying to be here for me and so that we could spend time together. And so I think, you probably started with, like, 1 or 2 days a week.
Yeah, whatever our schedule worked out for.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Like, what were your impressions of CrossFit? I mean, coming into it.
I had actually done it briefly once in Prescott, and I think in general, I am someone who can work out by myself easily. Obviously, with kids and everything, that had kind of gone by the wayside largely, in the last 5-6 years, kind of gotten to that rut of not doing a lot. But generally speaking, I can do stuff by myself, whereas I think Richelle does better with a group of people expecting her to be here.
We're herding animals.
Right.
We're rams. We like to be in a herd and by ourselves.
And so that's always been something that's, I think, kept me away from something like CrossFit previously. But I also see the benefit of it because it is a blast. You do get used to folks. You do get used to that kind of semi-competitive nature of each class and having fun and wanting to impress other people around you, right? Like, I want to keep up with you because you rock out every single workout. Like, where I want to be.
You hook up to that person, and you're like,
and we do, like, we'll look and are we going to go to 4:30 or 5:30? Yeah. Like, Joyce is going to 4:30, so let's go to that.
So you can keep up with them. Yeah,
so we can see, because it's fun to not necessarily like. There's that part of you that's like, man, maybe I'll beat her today.
Yeah,
but it's also like it pushes you to do your
better.
best and to do better and try harder when you're around people who you
Feelings
know
mutual,
are better
Richelle.
than you.
Feelings
or
mutual.
Yeah, I will say, like, last night you came in and to do the workout, and it was actually really nice. Like, we know Ethan can lift heavy things and move very well, but he is a very social butterfly and needs another person to work out with him.
No, I think it's definitely fun when you have someone else to just at least kind of
bounce off of.
Yeah, exactly. And then there was like banter back and forth, like when because Abby switched to 5:30. So then Ethan's like, hey, and then Alex is like, you didn't want to join us. And that is like that circle with all those like smiles and laughs and that behavior of like, oh my gosh, we're
lifting on a Friday night and we're all just hanging out.
Yeah, and we can give each other crap and be like, you were supposed to be here, man. Mm-hmm. It was nice to see, but I've seen your consistency like grow, because our normal consistency when I see solo people join is we come for 3 days. Oh, now we come for 1 day. Now we have missed a couple weeks. Now we have to go back to like a couple days. And it's like that. And I feel like when the second person comes, it creates more of that. If that first person doesn't have that consistency, it helps with that, or the accountability and consistency of the first person who is like, no, I'm doing these days. That second person, their consistency is faster. Like, they're like, oh, okay, you're coming those 3 days a week. I will come those 3 days a week. Oh, you're going 5 days a week. I will, because they have that partner. Mm-hmm. And I've just seen like throughout your almost year, like your consistency grow in that, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, I've definitely gone from being like the grumpy husband who had a crummy work schedule and kind of was frustrated with Richelle being here all the time to seeing her just absolutely love this and kind of just being super proud of her. And then finally kind of that motivated me into joining and then doing it really just to hang out with her, but then also then starting to love it myself and just that fully admit I'm 100% a cult member at this point. And, I've definitely.
You can leave at any time. Yeah. There is stalking involved, but mild stalking.
Yeah, there's no contract.
Yeah, we did not take your ID or
legs are crossed, people.
No, I've definitely gone from just coming with her to support her and spend more time with her to loving it myself. And now I think we've got a decent balance. Like Saturday and Monday, we typically kind of family time. We get in here with the family and have both of those days. We're kind of just doing, kind of a fun array of stuff. And then I'll usually come up a couple times in the week for classes and that, and then she still has her programming time during the week. That's all just hers. And she can spend, good chunks of time here by herself and doing her thing. And
yeah, it's been I think we found a good balance where, like he's saying, because he is off work Saturday and he's off work Monday, we come in together and he'll either follow my programming with me, or we'll do the class workout, or we'll do some kind of something that's together and kind of working on the same things. And then during the week, I'm more focused on kind of just doing my program, and he's coming to classes and doing CrossFit. And for a while, I was like trying to kill myself and do all of the things. And I was doing all of the strength training and all the programming and all of the CrossFit classes, because I wanted to do it with him. And then I think at some point I realized like my body is trashed and I can't keep up with this. So I have to come up with some kind of a plan that I can kind of have the best of both. And so this seems to be working for right now, and we're enjoying it.
Do you guys remember your first WOD ever together?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
No,
I'd have to look back and sugar WOD and see.
Or what was it like, I guess? Because you mentioned you were kind of used to working out alone. So then kind of coming in and working out with people and now with your partner, like what did that feel like?
I felt like a kid in high school in the cafeteria who just wanted to hang out in the bathroom by himself.
I was like, I thought you were to take that into, take my girlfriend into the bathroom.
No, just like that. No, just like that classic, like you like feel totally uncomfortable and just want to eat your lunch by yourself. I just wanted to be in the corner with her next to me to walk me through stuff. And it's definitely not something I'm typically used to.
It was a little intimidating.
Yeah. I think I was nervous about it too. Obviously when I joined CrossFit, I was nervous about it. And I knew, I have pretty much zero athletic background, sports background growing up. Like I maybe dabbled in activities here and there, but I never did anything seriously. And, the most fitness I ever had was like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym and do the elliptical for 30 minutes or something. Yeah. Like I didn't, nobody ever taught me how to move my body. And so coming to CrossFit was, it was humbling, but also like I knew I didn't know how to do anything. So it was great to have coaches who cared and like wanted to teach me how to do things. And it took a long time, right, for me to feel like I'm halfway decent at this. Like
it will still at 12 years in.
And then seeing him start out being brand new and knowing like when he started, he was overweight and hadn't, done group workouts. He doesn't really like group workouts. So this is already an uncomfortable environment for him. And so I'm nervous, like, oh man, I don't know how this is going to go. And I want to help him because he doesn't, he did CrossFit 101, but some of the movements are really technical and overwhelming. And I'm like, like he said, over in the corner, like trying to help him and show him, but also like not override the coaching.
Right.
But just to help him feel more comfortable. And so, I guess it made me nervous for you to be here too. But now he does really well at stuff and kicks my butt all the time. So
I was going to say when you guys started working out and even up until then, did you guys ever compete with each other in the workout?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we did.
we're like, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. If she's doing if it's like a workout that she's doing, I'm absolutely going to expend more effort to like try and make her proud.
He will like
100%.
He has even said before, he's like, I will have a heart attack trying to beat you. Like
those dang Tauruses.
If we're doing some kind of a workout, he's like, I'm absolutely not doing less calories than you, or I'm not doing less weight or less reps, or it's like, and
oh man.
I have been doing CrossFit for as long as you.
Rochelle's like, bring it.
And for a while I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to try to beat you too. And then eventually he just like totally surpassed me. And I'm like, well, I am what I am.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So unfair. Guys, man, let's just pick up real quick sometimes,
that
man.
bike, like, it takes me so
Our
long
height
to get
with
used
a
to
bike, yeah.
Us short
And-
people struggle on the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was even talking to Maggie the other day. I was like, Joyce, myself, and Richelle are all the same height, basically. And she's like, really? And I said, yeah, but our bodies are different.
Proportions,
She
yeah.
was
Yeah,
commenting
very
on how
different.
my forearm is like the same as my quad and things. I was like, I am equal.
As your quad?
Yep. I'm like the same.
Yeah,
Like
there's
when
no
we,
way.
yeah. And I was like, but look at this. Rochelle's body is, you would think would be very similar to mine, but her leg proportion is very different to
It's
mine.
totally different.
And so is her torso. And I go, and then Joyce sees it's the same way, and we all have our differences. But then when you compete against a guy, competing against them is hard. But it's also like, if my husband came in, I'd be like, I'm kicking your ass every time.
Yeah,
Every
absolutely.
single time. And guess what? I did skill, but I still kicked your butt.
That's hilarious.
Would you say like working out together, has that motivated you inside and outside of the gym in certain ways?
Like how has that changed the
outside of the gym.
dynamics of
Yeah.
your married life, I
think
suppose?
so. Like I think doing hard stuff together is fun. That's something that was always like when we first met, I was very much into hiking, backpacking, and that kind of, falls by the wayside with kids. And
Mhm.
that was something that she was never really too into. Like she never really had that hard thing that she did as like an activity or hobby or sport kind of. And so I think it's been really fun watching her do stuff that makes you uncomfortable or that you have to push, and like doing that together where you get through like really hard stuff and accomplish things. Not that it's like a huge deal, but just those little small accomplishments each evening together is fun, and it I think has helped us.
I think so too. I think it's also, like I said before, I was never like super physically fit or, I wasn't super weak or anything, but,
Like an athlete, I suppose.
yeah. And he, like he said, when we met, he was very into hiking and backpacking, and I would go on a occasional easy hike with him. It wasn't something I particularly enjoyed because it was very hard for me.
Mhm.
And he obviously was experienced at it and could hike way faster than I could. And I'm just kind of like, man, I'm slowing you down and this isn't super enjoyable for me. So I just kind of stopped doing that. And he would do those things by himself or with his friends. And then once you have kids, it's all over.
Yeah,
but
the time,
I think-
everything.
now that I have found fitness through CrossFit, I have the confidence to I'm going to go on that backpacking trip with you because I know that it might be hard, but I physically know I can do it now.
Right.
And just this last weekend, we did a 20-mile hike together, and it was
Wow.
probably one of the hardest things that I have ever done
That's
in
awesome.
my life. And
Dude, that's like a
it was-
marathon.
Yeah,
That's
and it
pretty
was-
close.
It was a brutal 21-mile hike through
Oh my gosh.
pretty bad terrain,
There's
slots,
all the videos
slot
and stuff. It
canyon.
was cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, just knowing we can just do that
That's
is
impressive.
such a difference. So
Yeah.
it's been awesome.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I was completely wrecked afterwards, but we did it, and I was confident going into it. Like, I know my body can do this. I know I'm not gonna, have to drop dead on the halfway through the
Yeah.
trail. Like, I know that I can finish this, even if it's hard. And I think that, CrossFit taught me that I can do hard things, and weightlifting has taught me that I can do hard things. And now it's fun that we can do these hard things together.
Mm-hmm.
And then also it translates to me now enjoying the activities that he enjoys. And so we have that we can share together too.
And with your kids too, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
Ella's
here
killing
having
it over
fun.
there. But yeah, I guess kind of piggybacking off of that, because like you mentioned, it's definitely evolved in the sense of you were kind of doing it on your own. Now you're both doing hard things. Now the whole family's doing hard things. How has that translated into I know you focused on meal preps or focusing on nutrition, bedtimes are earlier, or how has that translated in how you guys live your lives as a family now?
I think I would say that like nutrition has become something that's been like important to me for a little while now. And I've gotten Alex on board, and like he's kind of helping me with that now and more interested in it. I think at first, when did I start getting pretty serious about nutrition? Sometime last year.
It's hard.
And
maybe last year, the beginning or the end of 2023.
Yeah, I think like the end of 2023, going into early 2024, I think I had seen, like I said, a lot of positive changes, and that was kind of the end of me being like, I'm going to do the 3 days a week. And I did the barbell mayhem for fun. And after that, I was kind of like, I'm ready to do a little more. And so I talked to Chris about like doing programming and coming to more classes. And I was really liking the changes that I saw like in my body and just my physical ability. And at some point I was just kind of like, I've gotten to this certain point and I'm just not quite where I want to be. And then after talking with Chris and Amanda, they were like, it's your nutrition. Like that's the last piece that you're missing. And I am admittedly a trash panda, and I like junk food. I like all the bad things.
Chips.
Like ice cream, pizza, chips, fast food, you name it. I want it in my mouth.
Yeah, and then you're like, I'm working out, so why can I not, right?
And
like,
that's why I was like, I'm working out 5 days a week,
fine.
and I'm strength training, and I feel strong, but my body does not.
We're not 20.
Look the way that I want it to look.
We're not 16
And
anymore.
Amanda was like, well, what does your tracking look like? And I'm like, what is this tracking?
I don't try.
I don't know what you mean by
There's a
that.
track by the swimming area where they play soccer.
And so she told me, you know, if you really like are serious about wanting this, you have to track these things. And so I was talking to her about it, and she's like, just set a goal. So I said, okay, I'm just going to track my food for 28 days. Because that's how long it takes to like make a habit, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to track my food for 28 days. And my God, was that eye-opening.
It helps so much. Yeah.
And she convinced me that I needed to actually weigh my food. And at first I was like, well, this seems really obsessive, and I don't know how I feel about
agree,
this.
yeah.
And I think Alex thought I was a complete psycho.
I'm like, this is too much.
My husband still thinks I'm a psycho, but he knows not to eat my meals now.
I would too. I would meal prep for myself, and he'd take a bite, and I'm like
it's good,
I
huh?
don't know how much I'm eating now.
Or
You ruined my number.
I was like, did you just give the kids my food? And he's like, yeah. And I was like,
Oh,
that's
no.
my food. Oh, I thought it was it's in our fridge. And I was like, this is not our side.
Yeah. So for
Good
a
comeback.
while, I was just doing nutrition for myself and tracking for myself. And then once he got into CrossFit, and I think it was probably like February or March of this year, like after the Open, he had kind of started like getting
Committing.
more into CrossFit. And he was like, you know, I actually like have seen some weight come off, and I also want to like, I have a weight loss goal, and I was like, okay, well,
Let's do it.
you have to do the nutrition part too.
Yeah.
And so we've been doing that together, and it's been really good.
Did you take a before or after picture? Because you look like a different person. It's like Andrew.
I think we have a photo from the Chug and Run,
Yeah.
which was like probably right
December.
around when I
Yeah.
just started.
Had just joined, yeah.
Yeah.
That we took second place in.
Yeah.
Like when he'd been doing CrossFit for like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, man, I'm telling you, so unfair.
Yeah,
I remember Richelle's body composition has completely changed
Oh,
since I
yeah.
first met her. But like seeing you, I was just like one day, we were talking at gymnastics, and you were talking about how you had to buy him new clothes. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's weird. And then the next day I was coaching, and I was like, oh, wow, yeah, I can see why you look like a different person.
Yeah.
Didn't make my hair grow back though, so I was kind of upset at CrossFit for that.
We can't work that magic.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, sweat doesn't bring it back.
I know.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah, but like going to the family as a whole, I think there is like pros and cons with having such a busy schedule. We're working on getting it like more consistent. My schedule's gotten better since I switched just positions to a more just 4-day a week every day, every week is the same sort of job. But like, the kids are constantly doing stuff, and that's hard to then like sit down and have actual meals, and they get used to the on-the-go lifestyle of they're doing stuff, and then they have time where they're down and they're watching their iPads and they're just snacking on kind of prepackaged stuff. And we do as good a job as we can making it as healthy a prepackaged food as we can. But I think that's made it hard for the kids wanting to sit down for like a real meal in the evening. Like they all day, every day, they're just used to kind of that stop and go lifestyle, which is fun and it's kind of cool as a family, but we definitely are trying to work on more consistency in that realm too, though.
I do think the meal prepping helps with that a little bit though, because then when we are not getting home until 8 p.m. from gymnastics, I don't have to sit there and then make dinner and expect my kids to be up until 9 p.m. to sit down and eat a meal. I've just got stuff already portioned out that I can pull out of the fridge, pop it in the microwave for a couple minutes, and we can sit down and eat together.
No argument there from a nutrition and meal standpoint. Those have been great, but just the overall dynamic of having the kids and us all involved in CrossFit and all of their activities, it definitely adds a certain aspect in regards to trying to find consistency and having that more every evening. It's not the same, because every evening there's something different. Late, something.
That's a good point. That's what I imagine with your kids or Andrew and
it's
Maggie's
hard
kids.
because like I did come from a family where we ate dinner at the table every night, and we did that, and that was like our generation and this generation of like raising kids and having that, like paying places to have them make friends, as I've said. But safe areas and things like that. But it is like I have Wednesday nights are hard, and those are usually our nights that we do pick something fast because we don't have that. Or if I work here late, like we're not getting home until 7, I'm cooking or have something prep, and then I try to sit us around the table, and it's just kids have school. I know your kids are homeschooled. I have one that's homeschooled and one that goes to school. So it's hard that I'm like, hey, well, we have to get her to bed to make sure. So it is. And I can see that consistency. And even like me and my spouse have talked about it. It's like, okay, well, we want to try on those days, or can we make more of those days instead of less of those days where we're sitting around for dinner? How can we do that? I just don't want it on the weekends. Like it's a big thing. And I feel like society right now, like it's starting to grow with having our kids do more and more things. And we want them to do more things than we did and pick what they love because we're starting to love things. So it is hard, and it's hard to balance that with a spouse. Yeah. And be like, hey, well, which one of us is right, or how can we put that together, and what's going to make everybody somewhat happy in that decision?
Yeah, I think something that's always a challenge for us too is we live quite a bit of ways out of town. So it's like a 30-minute drive for us to like get to the gym.
Alex built their house.
So 30 minutes to get to the gym and 30 minutes back.
I like
Depends where you're coming from.
Did you not know that? Like they built a house and Alex built it, right?
Yeah, Alex did pretty much all of it.
Did you help?
A little bit.
Yeah. She's like, excuse me.
I wanted to ask because I was like,
did a lot of the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. So
you put this stuff up, or did you pick stuff out?
She designed it.
We did these like ready to assemble cabinets, so I didn't paint them and stuff, but I put them all together.
Oh yeah, I saw that
Alex
on Facebook.
Did help, or you did most of the like mounting them and making sure they were all what do you call it, leveled and balanced. But I mean, I did most of the like putting it together. We poured our own concrete countertops.
Wow.
And so I helped a lot with that. Helped a little bit with tiling.
She pretty much helped more once we were living out there. We borrowed her parents' trailer after we sold our house to finish that last push. But like up until then, she was, I couldn't have been out there if she wasn't watching the kids. So like for the first couple of years before that, I was doing most of the just framing, electrical, plumbing, all the stuff that's just like a slog, you know, basically like little bits every day. But then we made that final push and we're living out there. And it was like the thing preventing us from getting out of that trailer was finishing the house.
Yeah,
that
we
motivates
really
the
wanted
heck out
to
of you.
get out of the
Like,
trailer.
every free moment be working on the house. And it's a lot easier when you're just living out there in the like little camp or travel trailer that her parents had that we were using. So we definitely had some motivation to just,
that's really cool.
That does add a little dynamic being farther away.
Yeah. Do you ever like go, I still want to go to the gym, but I have to drive?
Yeah. I think circling back to like us being, you know, holding each other accountable there. I mean, I'll tell you what, there are Saturday mornings, especially like today, you know, I work weird shift hours and I didn't get home until 11 p.m. last night, and like 6 a.m. the alarm goes off and he's like, if you were going to the gym, you got to get up. I'm like, all right, I'll get up. And then there's, you know, those mornings I'm like, I don't want to go. And he's like, come on, we're going. Like, and it's nice to have that person now who is like, no, we said we're going to the gym. We told Joyce and Blake we're going to be there. And so we're going to the gym.
Yeah.
And so that's nice, because when I was just coming by myself, I would probably just be like,
sleeping
I'm going to go back to bed.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. No, I think it's all led to the family just being like work more fluidly together. Like we all work together better now. We're all used to kind of being more dynamic. But yeah, probably the one con would be the fact that the kids are more independent now. They have to be, right? Your kids, our kids, they're all used to chunks of time where they have to just entertain themselves.
Yeah.
They're used to chunks of time where, you know, they've got to just figure it out and be sufficient. And then when you get home and suddenly expect them to sit down around the table for a meal, and when they've been figuring everything out each day in these kind of stop and go days, busy days, and then suddenly want to have like family time, they're like, well, why? I want to go eat my food and watch my iPad, or go up to the loft and watch this because I've been like, I just had a rough day, Mom.
Yeah.
Like, I just had to do all your stuff and I had to do all of my stuff. So like, I want to go relax.
That's fair.
It's kind of pulling them back in. And I think we're definitely trying to work on like our schedule to have more consistency in that regard, having both the dynamic fun days, but also better like evenings and stuff.
Yeah.
It's more consistent.
I do like, though, that our kids are growing up in an environment where fitness is just being normalized. It's just part of their everyday life. And they're not going to experience at, 30 years old, like I did, the like, wow, this is really hard to like tell myself I need to go to the gym and exercise every day. Like, they're just going to grow up with it, and it's just going to be something that they do. That's normal for them. That's part of their routine. As well as I like them being able to see me and him and us together, like, do hard things and get through a rough workout and know that you're going to come out of it and be like, just so happy that you did it. And feel accomplished afterwards. Like, I will say that I have done a lot of really challenging, gross workouts here that in the middle of it, I was like, I don't want to do this. And I don't think I've ever walked away from a workout and been upset that I did it. I've always been like, wow, that was really gross, but I got through it, and I'm happy that I did that.
Yeah, it is nice that having the kids here. I know, like, sometimes when I have like a heavy lift, and whether they're just doing it because they know I'm having a rough day, but hearing them, like my son being like, good job, Mom, that looked heavy. Or like Harper, like in the background doing stuff. Or when I see Elle, like on the rig, and you guys are working out and she's doing her thing, or Kip just being Kippy.
Just being Kip.
Just being Kip. And just dancing until you look at him. He's like, stop staring at me. I wasn't dancing. Or jumping in on boxes, or like when I had to do camp and stuff. He's like, you want to see me jump on a box? I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice to see the kids want to show off in that aspect.
Yeah. It's fun to see, especially like Kip is only 5, and he's like watching, he's made friends here with your kids and Maggie's kids and other kids that come to CrossFit. And it's fun to watch them almost be a little bit competitive with each other.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's seen Harper Aowen jump on the 24-inch box and he's like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So he's like, he at 5 years old is like setting these little goals that he doesn't even know what he's doing. Setting goals, but he is. And then it's fun to see Ella helping him. Like, okay, let's get the box down. Okay, let's add another plate. Let's add another plate. Let's work on this. And then
he was like last week or before I went on vacation, and he was like, Mom, come in here.
Come watch this. And I love that, you know. And he's, you know, like he can do a pull-up and he can do a chin-up and he can do little push-ups, and it's fun to see him do that. And even just this morning, he's like on the GHD machine and he's like, look what I can do. And he just busts out 10 sit-ups.
Oh, man. That's so cool.
And then with Ella, you know, she's doing weightlifting too. And it's fun sometimes when she watches me and she'll be like, well, that was really bad. Or that was good. Or you need to do this better. And it's fun to like almost have her.
She's the training buddy.
Coach me in some ways.
Yeah.
And then the other day I was struggling and Kip was sitting over here with me and he goes, it's okay, Mom, you're strong, you can do it. And I was like, okay, but my arms are really sore. And he's like, well, let me rub them for you. And he's like, massaging my forearms, and he's like, I'm gonna give them magic so that they're strong. And it was just so cute. Like,
he is. When I was like,
And you made the list.
Yeah.
and I made the list.
yeah. I was like,
cute.
hey, Kippy, one day. And he's like, hey. And he said something, I go, you're so cute. He goes, no, you're cute. And I was like, thanks. I needed that today. And then he was like, poopy. And I was like,
You're like, you ruined
thanks.
it.
Thanks.
Bring
I
you
looked-
right down to the level.
And now I'm down again.
Oh, man.
He cracks me
Just
up
like
with,
a man. No.
he cracks me up with Dave too, because he's always like, Dave, or like, what is it? Dave always walks in and says, Kipper,
Yep.
you're the man. And he's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah. He's like, you're a man. And
so
there's
funny.
my kid who has known Dave since she was born, he's like, hey, Harper. And she's like, I'm like, Harper, you've known this man since you've been alive. You could say hi.
Yeah.
But whenever I'm like, because she always asks if Awen's at the gym, and if I'm like, no, she's like, is Kip going to be at the gym? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe. So sometimes, because in gymnastics, he was in her class. He bumped up.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys. She sat next to me and go, was Kippy in your class? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, was it fun having Kippy in your class? She's like, stop.
Yeah, him and Harper, they have a little thing.
Something
it's
going
cute.
on. Yeah.
I walked over one day and he's like sharing his blanket
Yes.
with her. And I was like, oh, what is going on over here?
Yeah, they
She's
have
like-
their moments.
They're like
I was
eating a snack together.
Yeah.
They're actually running together this way.
Yeah. And there they are. She's
Look at
like,
those
stop
glares.
staring
I
at me.
That's so funny.
Has there been a hard part with training together or as a couple or coming to the gym?
A hard part?
Yeah.
I think probably just your most normal I think probably the most expected aspect is just sometimes that frustration for just being around each other a little bit more than normal. And I think particularly like Richelle's doing more, technical lifting. And I think that's hard for her. And I'll want to help, quote unquote, help by like, just, and of course not really knowing how to, but it's hard to see her feel frustrated when she's not making a lift and not be able to help her. And then I just add more frustration to it by like being like, well, what can I do? And she just wants to be left alone. Right. And so.
Because our husbands always want to fix stuff.
Right. Exactly.
And then when we see you down, we want to fix stuff.
So I
and
think it's a very normal and expected aspect in that regard, just kind of being around each other more and the normal frustrations that come with that. But otherwise, I think we have fun and it's nice to see each other do, cool stuff.
Yeah. How do you handle those off days?
I don't
So
know.
there's a lot of texting to me and there's no point in texting back. Like, it's okay. And it just continues to.
It's like, you're making it worse.
Do you see the dots?
Show up. Yeah, dot.
I have been in I don't know I feel like it's like ongoing for too many weeks now where I've just kind of been in this rut with my lifting and just, it feels really hard. And I think once you start getting these bigger, heavier numbers. So yeah, I've just been struggling. Like you start hitting these big numbers and you're like, wow, this is really cool. And then some of your percentages start becoming where they feel really consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this stretch of time where I could come in and hit 90% and like it felt good. And I was so confident, like, I know I can put 90% on that bar and I can pick it up and I can put it over my head. And I was like, I didn't even think twice about it. And it's like, I don't know what happened, but it just kind of starts dropping off sometimes. And you go through these weeks that are really hard and you can't make any lifts and you're failing everything. And it just feels so difficult. And then I am, an Aries, so I'm absolutely the type of person that I just beat myself up about it. And I tell myself like, well, it's because you're not good enough and you're not doing the things that you need to do. And then I am texting my husband or talking to my husband about it, I think to just vent about it. And he like wants to help so bad, but then I'm also just like, in that moment, I'm like, there's nothing you can say to me that's going to make it better. I just have to be upset about it. And I feel bad because I know he just like wants to help and he wants me to feel better and not be worried about it. And he's just like, just stop stressing out about it. Like, this is not anything that is that important for you to be stressed out about. And while I know that, it still to me feels like a big deal.
Like I need my moment to just kind of sit in it. And
So I know like lately that's been kind of hard for us because I've, like I said, been kind of in this continual rut and I'm hoping that I'll pull out of it soon.
Oh, you will. You went on a 20-mile hike
last week
and lifted. Like it's those things that are very family based and very things that we love take a hit to when we come and lift and have to hit a percentage because we used our body. And then we have to use it in a different way, but at the same time, we're using those muscles that are kind of like we're tired. And no amount of strength is going to make your body hit that. And if it does, then it puts it in the wrong spot. And you have, because I know that you're transitioning to something later on in the year. You have all this other things going on and life and mothering and sleep and work. And when you add lifting to it and working out, it's hard on your body. So you're doing a great job.
Trying.
You are. And it is. It's frustrating. It's frustrating when you're like, I could do this lift, no problem with my eyes closed. Like, this is very frustrating to me. And we all hit that wall sometimes. We hit it in CrossFit. We hit it in weightlifting. And you'll get through it. You just got to be very, very happy about your body and what it's doing. And it is hard. It's hard, but I do the same thing. And I'm just like, why does this feel like death when it shouldn't? And boy, do I suck right now. And all the other people who are lifting are doing amazing. And why am I here? And then I have to check myself. Did I come over to lifting because I was trying to beat everybody or beat myself? Or was I trying to strengthen and do technique to do better? And I have to like quiet that voice. That voice never goes away that day. I have to quiet it and be like, but you're here. Today, like I came in and I was late and I stood in front of Maggie and she's like, what's the matter? I was like, I'm not going to get anything done. That's fine. And the thing I'm going to get done, I don't want to do. And she's like, it's fine though. You haven't been squatting for months because of your knee and this. And I was like, yeah, thanks. And then she's like, wallow in your self-pity then. And I was like, you're right. I'll get done what I get done. And if this day's a wash, it's a wash. And I need to remember that and not have it follow me through the day or follow me to the next week.
And that's, like a couple days ago, I was leaving my house. We were going to come here. I was going to work out, had my program for the day, and I had a tire blowout, and it just ruined my whole day. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not working out today because by the time I got that fixed and everything, I'm like, I don't have time to do my workout before I got to go to the next activity for the day. And sometimes I get very unable to go with the flow in those moments and just be like, well, it's fine. It's not the end of the world that I didn't get my workout in today. But in that moment of time, it feels like the end of the world. Yeah. And it feels like, well, if I don't get this workout done today, I'm disappointing my coach, or I'm not going to be on track to make the progress that I'm supposed to be making. When in reality, I have to remember, like, I have a whole life outside of the gym, and I do have to, like, make it all meld together. And it's okay if I miss a workout.
It's hard to quiet that voice too, because when you get everything prepared for that thing, you're like, I did everything right though. I did everything right. And there goes that little thing, and it's like,
yeah. And I think part of it comes from a place of, like I said before, it was really, really hard for me to commit to being consistent with CrossFit in general. And so I have that fear in me that if I don't stick to my schedule, I'll fall off and not find my way back, or it will be hard to find my way back. And it's like, I've already done that hard thing. I don't want to do that hard thing. And I want to do different hard things, but not that hard thing.
Right. Yeah.
I think we talked about that a while back too, because when I was getting more serious into CrossFit, Alex was kind of like, this is taking over our life. And I think we had that conversation where I had told him, like, you know, that I was like, part of it was coming from that place of fear, that you work really hard to accomplish something and get to a certain place, and you're afraid that you're gonna lose it.
Yeah.
I do think, like, it can happen quickly. Take too long out of the gym, and you're like, well, I don't really want to go back to that place.
Right. When I come back from vacation, I'm like, I have to go start programming. What helps me is I have to coach. So I have to be here, so I might as well. So that helps me get here. And so I know it's harder, whether there's vacation, fun time, or there's something with work, or you just had something happen and you're just like, I can't. Like, it's hard to get back, and it's hard to get back on track with things. So I understand that.
I'm like, that's why you have a partner who helps you out and brings you back.
Yeah,
which is nice to have now.
Right. And then, girl, this is the strongest you've been since 4 years, right? I mean, you started, you said 4 years ago, and you're pretty much peak right now. Like, that's amazing.
I hope I haven't peaked.
No. Just meant peak is in, like, art, you know, top of your game.
Top of your game right now. Yeah.
I took that as well. I was about to be like,
you Aries.
Downhill slope. All right.
We're going downhill from here, Richelle.
That's true. We have 2 Aries and 2 Tauruses. We're like, calm down, guys. So that's not what we meant. That's not what we meant.
Like, what that word means that. What do you mean?
But I'm really curious also, like, because I had this problem with my ex-partner, but do you ever find yourself, like, falling into, like, the coaching, the student role? Because I know he joined later down the line, and you're always like, well, I felt with my ex-partner, I'd be like, you should do it like this, you should do it like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not your coach. Like, I should step back.
I think
she still does that in classes.
I do. Well, people just ask me.
I really enjoy having someone who knows more than I do. Like, I like the fact that I ask her stuff all the time, and I think if there's anything, I'm getting to the point where I can see little stuff that she does. She'll send me videos just because it's fun for me and my work day for her to, get back from seeing a patient. And she sent me some videos of her working out, and it's kind of fun. And I'll send her like, oh, your feet are wide or whatever. And she already knows that. But
thanks, honey. Yeah, I get that. What else do you
she's
see?
saying it to me, and I think likes that feedback. And like when she sees me do something, I mean, mostly it's all wrong anyways, but she gives me, feedback. And I think I don't think there's been any issues or anything like that.
For me, for the first time in my life, I, at least for a little while, had one thing that I was better at than you and know a little bit more about than you. And so it's fun for me almost to be able to help you and give you corrections on things. Or when you ask me a question of how do you do this? And I'm like, oh, this is how you do this. And that makes me feel good that like that I have one area that I am more of an expert in. Not that I'm an expert, but, have more knowledge than you do on something, because it's usually the opposite of almost everything else in our life where, I'm the one going to him with questions and how do you do this? Or how does this work? And he's the one that is answering those things.
So I think we both have a pretty fair balance of, mostly her telling me like what I'm doing, especially lifting wise, like what I'm doing wrong. And I very much enjoy that because she definitely knows far more about the correct form. But
I'm also like with, this last year, like I did the judges course.
That's right.
And I'm pretty strict on stuff. And so I'll tell him like, that's a no rep. Like that doesn't count. Which is,
I love it.
And so like we're going to do this competition together next week. And so part of that is nice because I think it's good to have a partner telling you like, hey, that was a no rep. So we have to redo it because in the competition, that's not going to count. Yeah. And we need to get to a place where we can communicate that and not have it be where he's getting pissed off at me because I told him like that wasn't that lift didn't count, or that wall ball you didn't hit depth, or whatever it is. Where, it's more like I'm trying to make us collectively better so that we can perform better together. And it's been, I think when we first started, almost every Saturday is like some kind of a partner workout. And I think when we first started doing partner workouts, we would get really frustrated with each other because we did not communicate well. And I think we've made a lot of progress in being able to communicate what the other one needs in a workout, when to take over, when to slow down, when to, I think our synchronization on stuff is so much better.
Yeah. Wow,
this morning we did those snatches and like, we didn't even have to like really make
pause
or make much effort at all to stay in sync with each other. And so that's really cool to see.
Oh yeah. I think we definitely can gauge each other better.
Oh, it's hard to do.
It is, but you like find that partner whether like you're married or not. Like when we have like same sex competitions, there was me and Miranda would do a lot of them, but by like our second and third and fourth competition, like we just knew each other and we knew like, okay, my body does this. So I look at her hips instead of like us having to voice it. But like the biggest thing, and when I coach like those, group or team workouts, and I'm like, okay, well, this is like one that you have to tell your partner when you want to switch. You can have a set number, but when it gets tiring, you have to look at your partner, and your partner needs to know that's fear in my eyes, take over, or you have to actively be your turn or go. Like you can't have a full-on conversation like, I'm getting tired, you need to pick it up. Like,
yeah. And I think that that's been something that, at least for me, I'm able to watch him when he's doing his part of a workout and know he's getting fatigued. He's tired. He needs to, I need to take over soon. Yeah. Or there's been a couple times where it's like just a specific skill, like that I might have a little bit better or more consistent or can pull a little bit more of the weight on. Yeah. And so I'll be like, no, I'm going to do an extra round because I'm doing fine right now. Yeah. Like you take this time to rest. And so that we can make it up on that other part of the workout that you're better at. And it's, I think part of it comes from like, we've been together for 12 years, so we know each other very well already, but it's translates into the gym also. And the more you work out together and do partner stuff together, you just get better and better at it.
Wait, so is next weekend your first competition together?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's exciting.
Who wanted to do the competition first?
Besides the chug and run.
Oh, yeah.
Which wasn't really a competition, but we did do that together.
That's still together. But who wanted to do the competition?
I did.
Yeah. I was like, you guys should do it. Yeah. Just tell her you signed her up.
Drag her along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that would be really cool for you guys.
It would. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Power bottoms. Woohoo.
Yeah.
You guys are matching, right?
We are till death or time cap.
Yeah, I liked that one too.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is a cool name. Yeah. I do love that. Man, that's good.
Yeah. Hopefully her shoulder is good and we'll have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, the workouts next weekend are
awful. Absolutely awful.
So especially like injured my shoulder last year.
Yeah.
And it was Joyce and I were doing that Barbell Mayhem competition together. And I kind of tweaked it somewhere before that. It wasn't bad, but I just kind of ignored it. And then we went really hard in that competition. And afterwards, it wasn't like right away afterwards, but like within a month after Barbell Mayhem, it all caught up with me.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden I was like, I can't move my arm well. And so I had to go see Carol, and it was almost 6 months of not being able to really move a bar at all other than squats. I couldn't put any weight over my head. Even with dumbbells was really difficult. And so I was not lifting, which was, I think in some ways good because I was doing a lot of strength training, but mostly just for my lower body. And then I was starting to get these aches and pains because I'm like, I'm only able to do stuff with my legs. But it was a long time, and that was challenging, like not being able to work on the things you want to work on. And then having to start back, basically strip it down. And from the beginning, I had to be very careful with it because it's still a nagging thing. Yeah. And so then looking at these workouts next weekend, I'm like, well, I'm going to be in the pits.
I know. We'll be in the pits together though, guys. Yeah. It'll be fine.
What advice would you give to couples who are thinking about joining CrossFit together, or like how you guys started? How would you get your partner into it?
I mean, I think it's going to be beneficial. I think no matter what, it's going to be beneficial. Mm-hmm. I think right off the bat, I mean, it's just a matter of getting both people there. However you want to start it, I think it's usually going to start with one person, right? I think for the most part. And I think probably the most important thing would be that partner that's at the gym doing something they enjoy and really loving it, recognizing that the other partner's going to take time, and how you introduce them to that's going to be important, at least with regards to how quickly you can get them there. But I think that transition is probably going to be the most, that's going to be the variable portion in regards to getting your partner there. But I think once both people are there, I think it's only going to be beneficial.
I think it probably is more common for one person to start and then the spouse to end up, or the partner to end up joining later when they start seeing their, person grow and change and find fulfillment in something. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, oh, that's been really good for you. I want to do that too. I've even seen that a little bit with like some of our friends, like Christine, the one who really convinced me to join and get into it, has been doing CrossFit for, even longer than I have.
Christine Eddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Wyatt.
Now Wyatt is coming to the gym. And that is so fun to see, because it's like before, he was just not interested in CrossFit. And also I think she and I had that similar opinion of, well, this is my space and my time. And I think for a while she was like, I don't want my husband to come with me, where now I think, and I think in some ways, even though Wyatt did start doing CrossFit before you joined, but he's become much more consistent since Alex has become more consistent.
Really?
Yeah. I think there's a couple of couples that it kind of feeds off itself. Like you show up here and there and realize, oh, wow, there's 2 other couples in class. And that was really fun when we all did that together. And then it feeds off itself, and you want to come in more and more and more as a couple, because it's a blast when you have,
it's
like your friends.
It is really fun when we show up and there are a couple of other couples here. And I'm like, that's so fun. Like, it's date night or whatever.
It's like a couple party. No, I love it. To find out, I guess, one of the closer ended questions, but what's like the next big athletic challenge you might have, whether individually or as a couple?
So obviously we have that competition next weekend. I think for me, it's more individual. Like we are doing this competition together, and then I am taking about 2 weeks to kind of decompress from that and deload a little bit. I'll do a couple of like class workouts just for fun during that time. And then starting November 1st, I am like officially leaving CrossFit and going to weightlifting. So my CrossFitting days are on pause for now. And so that's going to, I think, be the biggest challenge for me as an individual. I think it will be challenging for us as a couple too, because I won't be really doing class workouts with him anymore. So we'll kind of lose that aspect a little bit. But I do hope that he'll join me for some of my weightlifting workouts. And I have plans to like still hang out and, you know, get some biking in or something while I watch him sweat through class. And
I'm definitely going to keep your cardio up.
He's like, this is my opportunity.
You're not going to do class. We're definitely going to do cardio, and I'll get you running or something.
So, and then, yeah, I think there'll be that challenge there of I'm going to have those hard days and hard weeks, and he will, be there to support me through that, but it'll definitely be something that's going to, I think, impact us a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited to try something new. And, I've done a couple of CrossFit competitions, which are, I think, way different than weightlifting competitions. Like, you're just kind of still out there doing a workout with a bunch of people, where at a weightlifting competition, it's like you are
just you kind of thing
on a platform in the middle of a stage. There's judges looking at you. This is very intimidating. I think it is. You're not so much just blending into the background of things. I do know that one of the CrossFit competitions I did with Mike Wirtz and Chris Rayom, Alex came down and brought the kids down to Phoenix and watched me. And it was kind of like, I got the feeling that like he felt like he needed to be there to support me, but he didn't really care. He wasn't into CrossFit yet. He didn't really get it. He, was just kind of like,
new.
Yeah, it was new. And he was just kind of like, oh, I'm just here to kind of like keep an eye on the kids. And not that he didn't cheer me on, but it's totally different now when he's cheering me on in something and like pushing me to do better. And so I'm excited for whenever my first competition will be, that like, I think you're going to actually want to be there.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, it's exciting, dude.
I'm excited for you. You're going to have so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, I was worried, but after going, I was like, this is amazing.
All I want is you to have an absolutely fun time lifting and continue to have it be an enjoyable thing for you that, it comes with stressors, but also is like a thing you look forward to every day to spend time with your friends, reach new goals. I don't ever want to see you be frustrated. I think I just want it to be something that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
What about your goals, Alex?
Oh, I'm very content just, staying in shape a little bit better and doing class. And
He's going to get double unders.
Yeah,
He's working
I
on his
definitely
first
have-
bars.
Yeah, I definitely have goals for the specific movements. I want to get double unders. I've gotten pretty good stretches of those, but it's not quite there yet. I got to, work on some of the other movements, handstand push-ups, muscle ups.
You've got pull-ups now. You just need to work on that volume a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, I can do better stretches of those.
He's almost figured out how to kip. So
Yes, it looks a lot
getting a
better.
lot
I
better.
saw last night, and I was like, oh.
What's the term? The hollow part where my back would be.
Like the arch, I guess, or the
it's the hollow that.
So you're
I'm sorry.
Or Superman.
It's the arch.
I don't
part.
have the spinal
he can get the
flexibility
hollow
to really whip that back to really. I don't know. I need to work on that.
You got to do some of those the Carol stretches.
I just have minor just specific workout goals, but otherwise I'm super content with just being able to have a better work schedule, be able to get here, stay fit.
Talking crap while he comes in the door late.
I had to go over and put her tire on her car.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
And then I knew that
Ethan, I saved you.
I knew that Ethan would want to partner. And, I could keep things moving along because even with one person, you'd still somehow like be late on your class.
I was actually really early. So it was 5:30 that
did you
took
get here
the
by
time.
4:30?
I got here at like
Around,
4:55 and Ethan had just started like.
Oh, but you signed up for 5:30.
I don't think I signed up for anything.
No, he didn't sign up for anything.
Just showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And he
walked
just
in and
looked
it was
like-
just Ethan, and Ethan looked lonely.
He just had
and-
his clothes. He's like, "Can I still be in class?" And I was like,
Of course.
Well, what part? And he's like, "The workout." And I was like, "Just the workout?" And he's like, "The workout." I had to fix a tire. And then I was like, "Oh yeah, no problem." Comes out and he's like, "Hey, then I saved you. You didn't want to be."
He was
Didn't know you
happy.
were doing it. And I was like, it's nice because like,
I think it's definitely more fun to have other people, for the most part.
so it was really nice. I was like, man, I'm sorry that you're here by yourself.
We just zipped in, did that, got a little workout in, get out of there, and get the kids home.
But like seeing your growth in CrossFit has been amazing, and your personality and stuff like that, and just you overall with your strength. And
It's insane.
yeah, it's
Insane.
awesome to see what's happening. Do you have anything else? Because I have
No,
like
but you need to do the rapid fire.
I know I'm not doing that. Elle's got to do that.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, you're going to come over here. If you need help with anything, you're going to ask your parents these rapid fire questions.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, rapid fire.
Right here.
Who's more competitive?
Probably me.
Yeah, I would say Alex.
Probably if
Yeah.
you go down to brass tacks, it's probably me.
Oh, okay, this is a good one. Who complains about burpees more?
Richelle complains about everything. So that would include burpees.
Who's more likely to PR first?
Probably Alex at this point because he hasn't.
He still knew it.
He's still
kinda.
new, so every day is a PR.
Yeah.
I remember those days.
Those were
There's still
nice.
lots of workouts where I'm like, I don't know what my max is, so I'll just
Today I got
just
my max.
pick a percentage.
What's your guys' favorite movement each?
Favorite movement?
Anything.
Back squats because
Okay.
I'm good at them.
Yeah.
I love it.
Any workout with like wall balls and rowing, I enjoy because those are
Really?
both
He's
easier
good at
movements
those.
for me.
I hate wall balls.
But I do enjoy a lot of the front and back squats that Richelle does. She, for a while, did a lot of those, and I enjoyed those.
Okay. Who takes longer to get ready for the gym?
Me.
She takes longer to get ready for anything.
Hey, she's got to look good.
Okay, this one says post-WOD meal, who chooses where you go?
I think she's usually going to be the one who picks. Yeah.
What do you usually pick?
Oh, what would I pick? Oh, probably pizza. Or
Really?
tacos.
That's a
Yeah.
classic.
Pizza or tacos.
Yeah, tacos, yeah.
Where do you guys get your tacos from?
Just the other day, we made some from the...
From
Carniceria?
Wallapai Ranch
Wallapai
Market.
Ranch.
We got some
Ah.
carne asada from there. It was so good.
They
I made
were
some
really
a
good.
few weeks-
Wallapai Mountain Ranch, not a sponsor, but still good.
Out of like competitions, which one did you guys enjoy the most? Like watching, doing, like anything like that?
I had just watching Alex do the Barbell Mayhem competition a month or so ago was really fun for me, I think. Up until that point, I've been the one doing the competitions. And I think it was fun to actually like take a step back and not have to be worried about me competing in anything. And like, I just got to be a cheerleader for him and scream at him the whole time to row faster
Yeah.
and push harder. And I think that was fun for me.
Yeah, that was a blast. I've enjoyed, I think, mostly just watching you here at the gym and the open. It was really fun watching you. And I don't know, other than the Barbell Mayhem last year, that I've had any other recent chances. I think the other workout was you were mentioning was before that. And I don't think I'd really been into CrossFit enough to really appreciate how hard it was and, you know, everything you and Joyce were going through at Barbell Mayhem. I think I was kind of just, you know.
He didn't understand how sad I was.
It was kind of. I think we were showing it though, because who was it? Melissa, and she was just like, I'm so sorry we got second place. I'm like, oh, we must be showing it so hard right now.
We were so defeated.
I was like, please don't feel bad.
Yeah,
You earned it.
I'm just, I think, really looking forward to watching you do lifting competition. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really
I
exciting.
think it will be definitely interesting for me to do something that is more individual. I mean, obviously, like I've done the CrossFit Open and I did the Community Cup, which is technically like individual, but I think this will be something that is a little bit more measurable as far as, you know, like the CrossFit stuff. Like you never know what it's going to be until you show up and do it, or you might know the day before or something. And it's always different. You're not repeating workouts very often. Every once in a while, you might repeat a benchmark, but for the most part, you're doing something different every day, which I like, but it's not as easy to measure progress that way. And I think with lifting, it will be more, you can trend it a little bit better. And like, am I actually getting better technique? Am I actually lifting heavier? And I will say that like I'm so hard on myself, but then I look back to like videos from us doing Barbell Mayhem last year, and I made that clean that was in whichever event, but watching the video back, I'm like, that was so ugly. Like, how did I even make that? Like, that was just adrenaline. And then watching my more recent videos, which are still very far from perfect, but it's so much better. Night and day. Yeah. And even looking back, like when I started CrossFit, I mean, I literally was that person who I could not even squat the barbell. I had to have an empty bar and squat to a box because I had no strength and no mobility. And moving from that to then, you know, kind of graduating to, okay, now I'm using a band to help me, like to push my knees out more, and starting to squat a little bit heavier and heavier. And then looking at my videos of my squats now, I'm a whole different person. And it's amazing to see the changes in that and the progression. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think definitely my biggest thing I would tell somebody new is take the progress pictures and videos and like keep doing that, because it's so hard to see your changes in your everyday life. But when you look back at something from 6 months ago or a year ago, it is so much easier to see the changes and you're like, wow, I really have made so much progress.
That's great advice, actually. I feel like I've never really done that.
Yeah, I've definitely seen like you and Dad improve on a lot of things.
Is it kind of cool to see them kind of like from where they started to where they're now? Do you think they're at their strongest?
Yeah, especially since I've been here watching my mom and my dad for 4 years, still here today. It's definitely like fun watching everybody because everybody's like so funny. So, yeah.
Everybody looks funny?
No, everybody is funny.
Oh, I was like, you look funny.
Wow, thank you.
Do you think you're going to want to do a CrossFit competition eventually?
I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Because weightlifting competitions are very different from gymnastics competitions. Especially because, like, I'm the only one up there. Like, everybody's looking at me. Like,
True.
Yeah, I think she'll be good at whatever she decides to do. True. I also know my daughter, I think, pretty well. And she, I think, thrives in gymnastics and weightlifting because she gets to take lots of rest breaks. It's always, that's nice. You know, like, okay, you do one routine or do a couple lifts and okay, we get to rest for a couple minutes now. Where I think in CrossFit, it's a little more cardio intensive and go and lots of reps in a really quick time. So I don't know, maybe she'll change her mind in a couple of years, but
I definitely do enjoy lifting with Chris. He's a good coach. I like him.
Yeah. Do you think you've gotten stronger?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I've definitely improved. It's funny, like, watching back all those videos when I had like the red plates on the bar, the like red kilo plates that I used to squat with, and now
The little tiny ones.
Yeah, and now I can squat 110 pounds.
That's crazy. That's so cool.
So I've definitely seen improvement on myself and everybody else here. So yeah.
We're gonna have to interview her. Have her own episode.
Oh, okay. What are your guys' least favorite exercise?
Thrusters.
Thrusters?
I'm with
Okay.
Wall walks.
I
Oh,
agree on that. I hate wall walks.
really?
No.
I don't know.
Not a huge fan of rope climbs.
Oh, I like rope climbs.
They're fun.
I probably don't have like very good volume right now because I haven't done them in so long, but I like rope climbs.
Yeah.
Like if I see them in a workout, I'm like, I want to do that workout.
And it's funny because I'm like the exact opposite. Like I'm really good at wall walks, and like that's what I enjoy. Like I'm really good at handstand stuff.
Mhm.
So
That's because you're a 10-year-old gymnast.
Yeah, I would say wall walks and like anything that's like a handstand push up or something like that. I don't like being upside down.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it either.
I'm the exact opposite.
I know you do.
I love wall walks. And
You gymnasts.
Yeah.
I see wall
All the
walks
gymnasts
all
say the same thing.
Yeah.
I wish.
Ella's
Maybe
always
one
making
day.
Fun of
And
how
the bike.
bad-
I mean, that's not really like a movement.
That's
but
the worst
I
machine.
hate that bike.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather row any day.
I can bike, but I'm like barely tall enough to bike.
Yeah.
So
Richelle gets mad at how quick I can rack up calories.
So annoying.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's not fair.
I've been on the bike for a minute and 10 seconds and he's off in
How?
like 15 seconds. It's
How?
like, I
That's
don't know.
It doesn't even feel like they're pedaling more.
No.
Like it doesn't.
It
I'm
doesn't.
like,
I
they're
think
not
it's the- I
pedaling
think it's
more.
the arms. I think it's the arm.
You think
movement.
so?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Because there's no way they're doing more cycles than us. Because I'm like, I feel like I'm doing more spins, but maybe that's
I think
maybe it's
that,
the arm,
I think
man.
it's
I don't
that,
know.
Like shoulder, like fling on the arms. that
Yeah.
that you see.
Maybe that. I guess that makes sense because
You
I
just
barely
push it
use my
harder?
arms.
is a new skill or lift you want to master together?
I think if we could, but like snatches, probably, right?
I just want to do anything better than I can now.
He's like, I don't care.
So yeah,
Press.
clean and jerk and snatches I'm horrible at. So I would love
Yeah.
to be able to just at least have
Snatches,
some
yeah.
proficiency and improve on that.
Yeah.
I don't like snatches. I'm really only good at clean and jerks. Who's the healthiest eater?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah. That was easy.
Despite my, you don't think so?
Like, I mean,
I just feel like there's a lot of cookies that make their way into your diet.
Calling you out.
A lot of nerd clusters, a lot of energy drinks.
those don't count.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty consistent, at least.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
We started
I
something.
Yeah.
do like junk food
I do too, man.
a lot. Yeah, no, maybe. I don't know.
No, I think we both improved a lot. Just cutting out a lot of the just unnecessary stuff. I think we've both done a lot better.
Yeah.
Do you have a sweet tooth? Is that
I
why?
have a sweet tooth so
Me
bad.
too. I need to end with a sweet thing at the end of the day.
Oh, I
And
agree
it
with
has
that.
to have
I
that.
have to have like my salty, savory thing, and then I have to have dessert.
I
If we
feel
go
you.
out to eat, and they're like, "Do you want dessert?" Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Always.
Just bring me the menu. Something that is like annoying to me is just how much easier it seems for him to, or how much more
Like progress.
like quickly he made progress than me.
That's true.
Um,
That's definitely a couple of things that happens all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, with everything, he already had really good cardio to begin with, but like even that has like improved significantly. And I'm still over here like huffing and puffing, and like weight loss always seems easier for him. Like I'm just like
For
he's
dudes.
just, yeah, like
Do you
like
ever see a skinny dog?
But yeah, I feel like once he started getting consistent, and then we like locked in that nutrition piece, like the pounds just fall off of him. And it's like, I know he's trying, but to me it seems like he's not even trying. And I'm over here like, man, I have to like track all my food.
Maybe that's probably no. I've definitely plateaued. So I mean, it's that's just comes from your normal shedding all those extra pounds real quickly that happens to everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, she's at a very good weight and just is trying to work on those last couple of pounds, and that's tough for everybody.
It's maintaining it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can get there. It's the keeping it there is the maintenance. I think is the hardest phase.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm only 10, so I don't really know this. But, like, what are you guys specifically trying to lose weight for? Like, is it for a specific weight class you want to be in? Is this for anything specific?
I think in the beginning, like, of my CrossFit journey, it was more so just because I was a little bit overweight and a little bit unhealthy, and I wanted to get to a place where I felt better in my body and more confident in my body, and just that I was overall healthier. I think that right now at this specific point in time, I'm very happy with my body. I feel good. I feel strong. I like the way I look. It's more about maintaining a specific weight more now for weightlifting to specifically like be able to compete in a certain weight class. So that's something that's a little bit of a stressor that you just have to be mindful of, that, at some point when if you're borderline on your weight class, like that 1 or 2 pounds could make a difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for the most part, it's just to be able to maintain a healthy, strong body.
Good. Awesome. All right, Dad, what about you?
Well, I was just fat, and I needed to look better for your I need to look better for your mom. So those are my 2 things. I'm getting there. So
Good answer.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah. All right, Blake, do you want to take over?
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thank you guys
thank
for
you.
being vulnerable and honest, and it was fun.
Yep. Richelle and Alex, thank you so much for sitting down with us. We really do appreciate it so much, because we all have kids. Sorry, Joyce, you don't.
I don't. Sorry. I have 2 fur babies.
Yes.
Joycey just is the collective aunt of all of the kids here.
I am.
I do know your mom's in town, so thank you for taking the time out of your guys' schedule and also sharing your story individually of CrossFit and together. It's always fun to see how CrossFit impacts not only individuals but families and relationships, and that you guys bring your kids here. It really helps my kids as well. Again, guys, if you love this episode, don't forget to follow, subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review. It helps us so much. If you have any interest in episodes or being on the podcast, please email us or DM us on Instagram at Savagely Scaled, or email us at savagelyscaled1 at gmail.com. And remember, don't be a Karen.
Be a Sharon.
And keep sharing. And until
We meet
at the whiteboard again. Bye.
Yeah.